Hi everyone, how's it going? It's Jill Lancet, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in a suburb of Sydney, Greystanes to be exact. And our year is, wow, just leaping ahead already. Yeah, I think the older you get, the faster it goes. Anyway, don't forget that we have our beautiful mini catalogue with some gorgeous, absolutely beautiful products in there. I'm sure there is something for everyone. And of course, if you purchase from the new mini catalogue or indeed the annual catalogue, both of which will expire in April, if you shop before the 29th of February, you can earn some beautiful free products. So if you'd like to know more about that, please go to my online store, jilllancet.stampinup.net. Now, if you ever have any questions, you can email me, tilly2145@gmail.com. Like, subscribe and share. Thank you. Thank you. I'd be very grateful if you did that. Today, I'm going to make one of the cards that I briefly showed in a video, oh gosh, last week, 2 weeks ago. I don't even know when it was. But it's using one of the free products. Now, this is a free product if you spend $180, but you get two items. You get the stamp set, plus you get this beautiful embossing folder. We're not using the embossing folder today, but we are going to make this card. I had a few people ask me how I achieved this, so we're going to do that today, right now. So I don't know whether you've seen this before, but I have some templates that you can request for the card sizes, the mat sizes. Request that to tilly2145@gmail.com and I'll send that back to you. I'm trying to do this so that US and metric users can make the same card. Now, this is not my original idea. My lovely team leader, Kylie Bertucci, has a similar thing. I've just tweaked it to suit me, and it's just so handy. I thought, you know, you guys should be able to have access to that. So now the paper that I'm using today to achieve this lovely finish is called the white centered paper. Now, I'm going to put all the details down in the comments, but this paper is featured in the annual catalogue. And where is it? Specialty papers. Hang on, hold your horses, honey. Let me see if I can find it. No, gone too far. Here it is here. It's called the white center paper. Now, it's this one here. They're 12 by 12. You get 10 sheets in the packet. And the colours are Lemon Lime Twist, Azure Afternoon, Night of Navy, Berry Burst, and Fresh Freesia. And when you tear it, you actually have this white core showing. So we're going to actually get straight into this right now. So using the whatever your paper size is, cut it in half lengthways and score it at either 4 1/4 or 10.5, okay, to get your card base. Now, the next thing we need is a piece of white. Now, you know, this could be the long way round because I never do anything the easy way round. So I've cut two exactly the same size. Now they are matte. Are they matte 1 or matte 2? Let me have a look. They're matte 2. Okay, so whatever your measurement is in your country, matte 2 or matte 2. I've cut 2. Well, I've actually cut 3. 1 is for inside and 2 are for the outside. So yeah, let me start again. I have cut 3 pieces of our basic white matte 2 size. Okay, now I'm going to take 1. I'm going to pop that there, and I'm taking my piece of the white center paper in Berry Burst. Now it is matte 3 size, so it's a little bit smaller than matte 2. Now all I'm going to do is to tear this. Okay, so whichever way you start to tear it, keep tearing it in that direction. So I'm just tearing it again. I'm just making stripes. Now lay them down in the order that you tear them, because this will save you a bit of a headache a little bit later on. So I'm pulling it towards myself each time, and as I go down I'm laying those pieces on there like that. And I'm going to get to the bottom now. Now I want to glue these back on to this piece here. So starting at the top, and we are going to trim this down a little bit. So keeping them in the order that they came, I'm just putting a bit of liquid glue. Now this is how I did it. I actually lined it up at the top and on one side. What have I got all over me? I don't know. So I've lined this up at the top, and along one side. Okay, we're going to trim this, so don't worry too much about that. So let's take the next piece, and you'll see that they kind of match up. We're going to do the same thing there. I'm just going to lay this on here. I just want a small gap. You determine the gap that you want. And I'm lining it up with the edge. Okay. And I'm going to continue on down doing that now. So I'm sorry, but you're coming along for the ride. And try and get that straight. Not that that is essential, but it will just help you line them up. Now we may well not use all of these pieces, but we may well. So that's why I made it that size, so that you can trim this down a bit. So I'm just continuing on. It's a very simple card. Okay. And it just gives this lovely look. So see, we didn't use this piece. So we've got a scrap over. We may use that inside the card. So let's have a look here. Now we've got our piece. Now we're going to leave that to dry, and we're going to concentrate on the next piece, which is this small piece, which I think is mat size 10. Yes, it is mat size 10. Whatever country you're from, mat size 10. And this is the piece we're going to do some stamping on. And we've got this beautiful set, softly sophisticated. And it's a 2-step stamp set. So you can stamp that in green and that in whatever colour you like. They go together. These go together. Now, I did this one in this design. I might do that one in this design here. So the first thing I want to do is pop the stamp on our block. Now, I don't think I've used this one, so we might need to give that a bit of a clean. Just give that a clean with your chamois. And I usually just wipe that and rough it up a bit. So I'm going to use some old olive for this. Now I want to put this down towards the bottom of this panel. Just pop that up there so I can see it. I'm going to stamp off onto a piece of scrap paper just to see how it goes. Okay. Sometimes when I haven't used them, I do like to kind of roughen them up on the paper a bit after I've cleaned them, if they're not accepting the ink very well. And that's much better as opposed to that one. So I'm going to ink it up now for real, and I'm going to pop that down towards the bottom of this panel here. And I may even have it going on an angle, just like that. And there we go. Now it's photopolymer, so I've got this little desk mat over the top here, which has a little bit of give in it. So there's that. Now let's clean that and get the flowers that go with this set. Now you'll see that it goes however it goes. You'll have to figure it out. Hold your horses, honey. I think it goes like that. I've got it back to front. No wonder it wouldn't line up. Hang on. Oops, back to front. God, I tell ya, I'm having one of those weeks. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give this a clean. I'm going to give that a wipe, and then I'm going to stamp it a couple of times and give it a bit of a roughen up, just so that it stamps really nicely for me. And this is Berry Burst, so now I need to see where they are going to go. I haven't stamped these ones before, so that looks like they go like that. Okay, so the photopolymers are pretty good in as far as you can see where you are putting them. So I've got one main flower there, another one there, another one there. So if I line those three up, basically, hopefully the others should pretty much line up. That looks about right to me. And there we go. So now in the green, the old olive, that's all I want for the Berry Burst. In the old olive, I'm going to stamp the greeting, "You are in my thoughts." And this is a really lovely font. This is a free set. Spend $180, you get the stamps as well as an embossing folder. So that's pretty good value, I thought. Okay, so now I'm stamping this up the top because I want to put some ribbon across. So there we go, just like that. And I'm going to treat the ribbon. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. But with the old olive, I'm also going to go around the edge. Now, I'm just laying that, and I don't mind if it looks like that. It makes it a bit rustic. And you probably won't even notice this until we've actually got it on the card. But I like to do this. It's just like another little layer of, there you can see it now. You can see it much better. Right. So that's that. Now, I have our beautiful, beautiful dark berry burst blend. I've got some of this really lovely, the silver trim. Now, it's silver and white on one side and totally silver on the other side. So I just want to have enough to wrap around there. So I'm just going to snip that off. And I want enough to make a bow. And it's going to be a very, very small bow. So I just want to make sure I've got enough. So I reckon about that much. And my scrap paper back. I'm going to do this now, so it's dry in a minute. And with my blends, with the brush end, I'm basically just going to go straight down the middle. Now it's going to colour the white. Isn't that lovely? Now I've got berry burst and silver ribbon. And because it's an alcohol marker, it dries quite quickly. So I've got those now. I want to get my Stamp and Seal, not the Seal Plus, just the Seal. And I'm going to put this across here like this. So I just want to pop a bit of seal on the back here, just to hold that in place. So now I can pop one side in, just check that. Actually, I want it up a little bit further. And I'm just going to wrap that around there. How gorgeous is that ribbon now? And it comes in the very vanilla and gold. So if you wanted a gold one, you can do the same thing. So there's that. Now I'm going to make my little bow. Okay, now I do rabbit ears. I'm bowly challenged. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Do my little rabbit ears ones. And you know that you can fiddle around with bows until the cows come home. So yeah, it's only a tiny, tiny, tiny little bow, okay? And I will trim that up when I get it on there. And for this, I need a glue dot. So this, what I want to do is just, I'm going to cut this off here. There's a glue dot there. So I'm going to pop that underneath my ribbon where I want my bow. And I'm going to stick that ribbon down so that's not going to move. And then I'm going to put another glue dot on my bow. Now you might have to fold that glue dot over onto itself. I generally just fold it over so it's out of the way. And I want to pop that on there, just basically where I put the previous glue dot. And I'm just going to trim that off, just so that it's a lovely little bow. Okay, so that's that done. Now let's deal with this. So now I want to cut this. I'm going to use my little guillotine only because I want to have straight sides and not, it could be still a little bit wet. So now I need to decide what border I want on this. So I have this one now. I'm going to straighten this side. So I've got two straight sides now, two straight sides. This is going to be our border piece. So we want that to be about there. I'm just going to get a pencil and mark that. And I want it to be about there. So now I can cut that and trim that, and I'll have perfectly straight and even edges. And line that up with that. You can do this with your paper trimmer, but this is quite possibly, the glue is probably still wet. That's why I'm using this, because in an ideal world you would let that dry. Now you need to decide whether you want the white pieces going down or up, or whichever way you want them to go. I'm actually going to have it like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have it like that. So I'm going to put some liquid glue on the back of this. You don't need a terrible lot. I'm going to center that up on this, just like that. There we go. This is going onto our card base now. So you can see that white border looks really, really nice. It looks really crisp against the berry burst. So this is going on here like this. I think this glue is maybe on its way out. I'm not sure. Might need a new. Oh, there we go. There we go. So that's going onto our card front, just like that. And I'm going to prop this up onto some Stampin' Dimensionals. So just bear with me for a minute while I get a couple. So one in each corner. Excuse me. Oh, just got a frog in my throat. And two in the center. And we can cut off some of these little bits and use those down the long side. Now that also helps to secure your ribbon, as well as lifting that up. So there we go. Take your pick. Look, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay, I always struggle with that. Always struggle. So we just need this bit and this bit. I think it's because I try to do it too fast. Ouch. Sorry, that was me. I just banged into everything. Okay, make sure your card opens the correct way. This is going on the front of the card. you just want to either eyeball that, or you can measure it if you want to, but I'm just going to eyeball it. There we go. Now that's raised up. Now I wanted to put some of these beautiful, beautiful, what are they called? Tinsel Gems 4-pack. And you get lemon lime twist, berry burst, I think that's blueberry bushel, and pretty peacock. So I'm just going to put a couple around. And this is where the struggle is real. I think I'll put one there. Oops, I've got it back to front, guys. Oh my goodness. You know, you wouldn't think it would have to be that hard, would you? I think I'll put one there. A little one. Oh my gosh, and I've done it again. Put a little one there. Oh my God. There we go. And where else? I think the humidity is getting to my take your pick. So there we go. We've got some beautiful gems on there. Now we need a piece for the inside. So here is our third piece that is the same size as the previous two, and I'm going to stamp a little bit of a message inside. I think I'll just write hello there. So we'll take this off, and I'm doing that also in the old olive, just to tie that in. Of course, you can put any sentiment you like. Oh, hang on, let me just give that a clean and a trial run. Where's my little scrap? Let's have a look. Rough it up a bit, have another go. There we go, beautiful. Let's pop that on there. Round about there, I guess. Now to tie it in, I'm going to ink the edges again, like I did with the front. And like I'm purposefully being a bit rough with that so that ties in. And I think I might do the flowers again. What do you think? Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay, clean that. Put that there. While I've got the green out, I'll use the green on this. It's a bit tricky to know where to do these things, but anyway, I've got off the page there. Pop that over there with the berry burst. Have a look. I think it goes that way. I think it does. Don't know if you can see this, guys. There we go. And that can go inside the card now. Pop those away. And that's it. That is another really quick card. and it uses the beautiful free softly sophisticated stamp set. It uses a technique that is so easy, a child could do it. There are the two cards side by side. Don't forget, if you want the measurements for the mats, they come both on the same PDF. That way you can make cards from either a metric country or US letter size country. But again, free template. Just request it to me in an email. And that is our white centered paper. They're kind of slightly different. The border is a bit bigger on this one. But let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up if you really like that. Let me know what you think about that tip with that ribbon and the blends. Yeah, I can see that being used all sorts of ways. And I will see you guys on the next video. So take care until then. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.